Hey guys, Hardcore APM Gamer here. I'm showing you today how to put your static IP such as like 127.0.0.1 and make it into a normal IP like myserver.moo.com or .us. So the first option you can do, which is free and it's pretty easy, is you can go to freedns.fray.org and all you have to do is hit subdomains. And you'll normally have to log in, but since I already added mine, I don't. So let's just copy this IP, and we can say delete selected. Or you don't have to do that. If you go here, it will look like this after logging in. You just click it. You put in the IP you want. So this is the IP to my Minecraft server, which is public. The normal IP is runecraft.us. Don't use this IP. This is just for example. But so let's just say runecraft server, and then we could just say moo.com, and if we save it, it will register with this system and all the traffic should be redirected in a day maximum. If it's not, then there's something wrong and you should try a different name or something. So the second option we have is a little bit harder. It costs money, and this is GoDaddy. So you'll want to have to buy a domain. So let's just say MC Runecraft, and this domain should be open. No one would take it. I don't think so. So yeah, you could buy it for $9.99, but what I did is actually I bought a US, which is really cheap and it looks nicer for just $4. I mean, it looks nice, doesn't look nicer. A .com's cool, but .us is a nice one. So if you go to my account after buying whatever one you got, if you go to my account, you'll see the domains. So you can just click launch, and you'll have your domain name manager. So it'll list all the domains you have, and then you can just click on this one. For example, this is mine, runecraft.us. And if you go down, oops, you'll just see a DNS manager. I said forwarding on, and it just forwards to my server. But this is what you want, the DNS manager. So you'll want to say launch. And right here under the host, you'll want to delete the old one and add in this one so it points to the IP address you want for your server. And the TTL is like how long it takes to redirect everything. It's I forgot the name, but it doesn't really matter. You could just say 1 hour and it should redirect everything within an hour. And that's all you need to do. So you save it and that's it. But I think I had a little trouble with this earlier, and just for safe whatever regions, I forward it to this address too on the website. So yeah. And the third option, which is even harder, but it came with my server service, was the website that came with the service. I think I have a ticket here that says is it possible if you guys set up dedicated IP? And I asked for a server, and they gave me a free like confirmation code for a free service. So it's the web hosting, and if you go to view details, and this is for most websites, for other websites also, other web hosting websites, if you don't want to use GoDaddy or whatever, if you want to use the website that you got your server from, a lot of times they host normal websites. Then you say log in to whatever that controls the website, and this is right here. And so what I did is you just go into advanced DNS editor, and if you add a record to wherever you want it to go, so you say TTL, you can just say 1. It won't work, but you just say boom, and then you say runecraft, or I would say minecraft.runecraft.beastnode or whatever website .net. Like this would be the website you're hosting on, and this would be the name you wanted as a subdomain. Or if you want everything to be hosted from that website, you can just say runecraft.beastmode.net, which is what I did, because I wanted it to be nice. So yeah, if you save that, remember everything takes a little bit of time to redirect through everything, so it might not work instantly, and I'll just show you it works for my GoDaddy one. I also had a couple more, but I deleted them. Yeah, Minecraft takes a while recording. Ooh, okay, there. So yeah, if you just load up whatever game and you've redirected everything to your server, it should work after the maximum time should be a day. So as you can see, runecraft.us, I need to delete these two since I'm not using them anymore. And that's my server, or whatever server you want. So yeah, that's how to redirect your DNS to make it normal, to make it look nice compared to other servers. And example I mean by looking nice is if you go to whatever server lists for a game you want, and you're like looking through it, it'll take a little bit to load. And say you're like, oh, what server should I join? It's like, oh, that one has the IP. That one has the IP. See, someone actually is using that move service right here, so that's nice. And like all these IPs look better than the static IPs. They're easier to remember. As you can see, like MC Host is probably a hosting company. If I go to the website, they'll have a website service that I could use. Zapto.org, those I believe are free and are used with like no IP, which is a program you run on your computer, but I couldn't run mine because I had a dedicated server. And this one, he probably got a website for that, so that's would be a look how professional that looks compared to most everything else here. So yeah, that is how to do